Well, good afternoon. This is the first in a series of videos in Mexico. I happen to be in my hometown of Chapalita. I'm in the middle of a highway, which is actually quite tranquil because it's down below. And everything you see up above are surface streets. So that's one of the reasons why I live here is it's quiet. It's very quiet at night. It's not Chapala, it's Chapalita. So what I am trying to accomplish here is to show people what it's like to live and retire in Mexico. This is perhaps the most difficult subject to approach because most people need to see video. Most people need to see what it's like. And without a doubt, Mexico is very tranquil. It's very affordable. It just depends on where you choose to live, how much noise you want to tolerate, how many dogs barking, what kind of street noise, how much your neighbors are going to party, how far you want to walk to a location. That's another issue, is how far do you want to walk? And in this neighborhood, I walk everywhere. I don't need a car. I absolutely can go to the store to get food, to exercise. There's gymnasiums. There are sushi restaurants. There are numerous taco restaurants. There are numerous parks. You would need a bike, some sort of a bike, to get to some of these other places, and a backpack, but other than that, you would be completely autonomous and you wouldn't need to have a car. So to me that's important. I don't know about some of you think you need a car where you're going to live, but in this neighborhood you don't need a car. Right behind me is a grand plaza. It's 3 levels. It's got every restaurant you could possibly imagine. It's got every store. And in fact, the tripod I just bought, I purchased back in Grand Plaza. So these are the issues that I hope to discuss with you and to bring to your mind the ideas of what you're expecting when you come to Mexico. The lifestyle that you've enjoyed in either Canada or the U.S. is going to be exceeded in an area like Chapalita. Believe it or not, it's quiet. People are very respectful. It's very nice. There are just too many things to describe about Chapalita that most people don't have any idea. It's not discussed in any of the major retirement places, although it is, in my opinion, it's nicer than most of the places I've visited. I've been in Tlaqeupaque, I've been in Guzman, I've been in Ajijic, I've been in Chapala, I've been in Mazamitla, I've been in Colima, I've been in Aguas Caliente, Lago de Moreno, I've been in pretty much, I've been in Teochitlan, I've been in Tequila, I've been in Puerto Vallarta, I've traveled through Mazatlan, I've been pretty much all around Mexico. I've driven 3 times from Guadalajara to San Francisco, and that's an experience that I don't want to go into. I don't recommend it, but it's a 31-hour drive round trip, and It was quite an experience. Not necessarily bad, but it was quite an experience. So the considerations you have, primarily it's the area that you choose to live in. This is the hardest part. This is the most difficult decision. Many people will tell you San Miguel de Allende. Many people will tell you Ajijic or Chapala. Fewer people will tell you Ciudad Guzman. Fewer people will tell you Mazamitla. These are all areas where I'm going to film, and I'm going to show you the neighborhoods and the areas that you can live in. Let me discuss Chapalita. The reason why I chose Chapalita, first of all, you can walk everywhere. Second of all, it's quiet. I'm on a highway. I'm literally on a highway. The cars are below me, and I'll take the camera around and I'll show you some of the areas. The food is 5-star. There is every type of store here. There is every type of hospital here. There is every type of medication. You have 24-hour pharmacies. You've got superb medical care. You've got everything you could possibly want, all within walking distance. And I find that in 2021 that most people need to have all the information before they decide to come to a place like Mexico. You individually, to retire here, you need an income just slightly north of $2,000. So, $2,100, I believe. And then you can retire here. You can apply for your temporary papers, of which we can arrange for you here. We have attorneys here, we have doctors here, we have connections to virtually any part of what you would want. Organic coffee, organic honey, organic everything. Any kind of food you can imagine. Pork loin, fat-free meat. Everything down here is almost fat-free. You see, Mexico doesn't go for fat or sugar or any of those things that you're accustomed to in the north. The food here has no preservatives. It's calming. It's very relaxing. And keep in mind, I'm talking to you on a freeway, and I'm not in downtown Chapalita, obviously, but I'm pretty close to my house. I'm about 3.5 blocks away, and honestly, between the mall behind me and my home, it's a 10-minute walk, and I never hear cars. I never hear noise. I never hear parties. I never hear loud dogs barking. I'm literally in the middle. There are banks everywhere. There are pharmacies everywhere. There are organic coffee shops everywhere. A good portion of them do speak English. The only obstacle here that I can present to you is that you would need to have a basic level of Spanish. You would need to understand Spanish. That's pretty easy. There are courses that you can get out of San Miguel de Allende from a man that has a 4-book course that is absolutely amazing. You would need a good dictionary. You would need to study maybe 1 hour a day, 2 hours a day maybe. And once you do that, all of Mexico opens up. It is completely at your command. The misunderstanding that Mexico is full of crime is just that. It's a misunderstanding. There is more crime in the U.S. There are more murders in the U.S. and you cannot look at the newspapers and think that you know anything about living in Mexico, because you're not going to have this kind of information, and that's the reason that I'm doing this. I'm also writing a book. I will attach a link to the book, and I will attach a link to my contact information to get more information. And you can subscribe to my channel, and you can ask for the alerts by clicking on the bell. And you will see that as I give you more and more information, you're going to find that Mexico is a great place to live. And I cannot emphasize it enough. I've been coming here off and on for 20 years. And when I retired last year, I decided I wanted to live in Mexico. And in a pandemic, Mexico is calm, Mexico is clean, Mexico is very responsive. People do not freak out. They're very, very compassionate. If you happen to eat the wrong food, there's a medication called Topron, Topron, and the Topron will cure you within 24 hours. So all of the things that I've learned, I'm going to give to you in this video series. And my doctor is here, my attorney is here, and I literally need nothing. I literally need nothing. And because I do understand Spanish quite a bit, and I speak Spanish, I feel that the ability to live in this community is really a gift. I wouldn't have known about it had some friends of mine not told me about it. And then when I was looking for a place to live, and I saw that they had a music institute here, which is private, I said, that's where I want to live. And I made the decision a month afterwards, and then it took me a while to get here, and now it is May of 2021, and I now live here. So the ways that you would find a community, one, you can watch my videos, you can learn from the information that I give you. I do have a US phone number, and I also have a Mexican phone number, and I have WhatsApp. So I will be giving links to all those phone numbers so you can communicate with me. I also have email, and my email is encrypted, and it's very safe. So you can send me sensitive documents, and I can securely store them. My profession was an IT professional, so I have lots of experience with communication, having US phone numbers, having secure email. That to me is an important thing in 2021 with the political state of the world, which I will not go into. But the reason that I came to Mexico is I want to have a good life. I bought a bicycle, an 18-speed, and I ride on a track that is about 2 miles behind the camera, and it's a 7-kilometer track, and I usually go around it 3 times. And I do it generally once a day. The reason why I'm not doing it today is that it's on the chilly side, and we're having some rain possibly tonight. The temperature is balmy, 80 degrees, 82 degrees. It's absolutely fantastic. The loudest thing that's in my neighborhood are birds. As you can hear them all around me. That's the worst. And I don't have any of this automobile noise in the suite that I live in. So I'm going to turn off the camera, and then I will videotape some of the areas that I'm talking about, and I will show you about Mexico. And so let's go.